What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be part 5 of the S14 build series, and we're just going to continue working on the engine bay here. I got to get this thing prepped and ready for paint. There's a couple more things I got to pull. We got to degrease it, and we got to get the paint scuffed up and ready to be sprayed. Yeah, guys, let's get to work. Alright, so I'm going to start off by removing all these plastic clips. There's a ton of them on the car, and I'm just going to pull these things real quick. This one's hiding. Sneaky guy. Crusty. She. I'll cut that up and make it look easy. Probably take a minute. I wonder how many of these I painted over on the other car. I'll just do that. This core support was originally from Zenki. One of the only differences is the headlight brackets. Another minor difference is the hole where the headlight goes. But I'm pretty sure the headlight will still fit without that hole. I may cut those out later, but we'll see. If it's not necessary, I'll leave it. I don't mind having to pull my headlight to change a light bulb. It's not a huge deal. So yeah, I'm gonna go snatch those headlight brackets off the other car and weld them onto here. And that should be the last bit of welding we have to do. So yeah, I've got to pull this thing apart. I've got to get these headlight brackets off of this car, which means I got to pull the bumper, the grill, and the headlights. And then I got to drill out the brackets. It's kind of a bummer to be taking this thing apart. It's gonna be my last time seeing this car together. All right, let's get to it. So I got the headlight bracket snatched off the red car. Here they are. There's really only a slight difference between the Kouki and Zenki headlight brackets. And that's going to be the mounting location right here. You can see they're a little bit different. And there's also a different bumper support. So yeah, really only a slight difference. I'd rather not drill those out. I'd rather just have the Kouki headlight brackets on. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this paint off this thing, and then we'll move on to getting them welded on the car. Alright, so I've got a front mount intercooler going on this car, which means on the S14s you got to cut off this little section that's kind of protruding out here. It just gets in the way of the intercooler. So I'm going to do my best to try to cut it as straight as possible. So I got the headlight brackets on. I didn't film me welding them on, but I'm still on a time crunch here, so I'm trying to knock this thing out. But yeah, I'm gonna hit them up with some self-etching primer. I'm getting ready to try to straighten up this pinch weld on the firewall here. I'm gonna do what I can to get it as straight as possible, but I doubt it's going to turn out perfect, but I think I can get a little bit straighter than it is. I'm going to go ahead and get this pinch weld knocked out. Alright, so I'm actually using this thing called, I don't know, stripping wheel, 4-inch stripping wheel by Gator. In the past, I've used just wire wheels. This seems to be actually working pretty well, and it's not sending a bunch of like metal wires flying at me. So I'm actually liking this thing. It doesn't last forever. I'm about halfway through it, but it seems to be pulling the rust pretty well, actually. Gator wheel. Knocked out a lot of this rust with that abrasive wheel, but that doesn't mean it's gone. So there's a lot of rust inside the pits that's kind of impossible to get out by sanding it or scrubbing it. I've got this vinegar water solution here. The vinegar will actually kill the rust. So I'm gonna go ahead and treat everything that I hit with that abrasive wheel. We're gonna let it sit for a bit, let it soak in, and then we're going to clean it off with water. So as you guys can see, I hit this with that vinegar water solution. It's literally just 1 part vinegar, 3 parts of water. Before, the metal looked fairly clean. There was just a little bit of pitting. After the vinegar water sits for a bit, you can see it brings the rust to the surface. Now that the vinegar water has done its thing, we're just gonna hit it with some regular old water just to clean off that vinegar. So now that we neutralized the rust with the vinegar water, I'm just gonna continue to knock out some of the dirt with this thing. Then we're gonna go back in and give it 1 more pressure wash. After that, we're just gonna get this thing scuffed up, and that should be it. Should be ready to paint after that. I'm just using this to really knock off like the dirt from some of the harder to reach places. So I got my brother help me bang this thing out. We got a time lapse rolling, so we're just gonna get into this thing and get it knocked out. Alright guys, so we push this thing back out. We're about to just hit this thing with a ton of purple power. Try to knock off all the dirt that I possibly can. I can't have any grease, anything left behind really. So we're gonna wash this thing down and get it nice and clean. Alright guys, so I'm done prepping this thing for tonight. I've been sanding at it for what feels like forever. Tomorrow, paint's going on. So I still gotta tape off the car, but I got it scuffed up pretty good. I got the self-etching primer on, so I'm really excited for the new color. I'm a little nervous, you know, all my cars have always been red, but I think this is gonna be a good change. I won't really know till I see it in the bay though. We'll see. I'm excited, guys. I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Alright, so it is the next day. I've got my bay fully prepped. I got my buddy Willie on the way. I used to work with him. I know he's really good when it comes to paint, so I'm paying him to spray the bay, and I'm hoping I can pick up a few pointers along the way so I feel more confident spraying myself in the future. So yeah, I got the primer. I got everything scuffed up. Willie's going to go over it with me. He's going to help me tape it off, and we're going to lay down this color. I'm really excited for the new color, guys. I think you guys will be stoked on it too. Alright guys, so we got the paint on the car. It's setting up right now. I'm going to show you guys some shots tomorrow morning. It doesn't really do it justice out here right now, but in the sunlight the pearlescent really shows. So I'm going to do my best to try to get some good shots of the engine bay for you guys. Like I said, it's really hard to show the pearlescent on camera, but it looks really good, especially in the sun. It's got a really nice effect. I'm going to do what I can to try to capture it on camera. But it doesn't compare to seeing it in person. I think I'm pretty stoked on the color. I think I'm gonna go ahead and spray the rest of the car this color. I think it's gonna look sick, especially with like a carbon accent. It's gonna look really cool. I'm stoked on the color, guys. So the color I went with is called Sonic Gray Pearl. It's a Honda color, and it's really hard to pick up how it actually looks on camera. But it's got a really nice, like, greenish blue pearlescent to it in the sun, and it's like a lighter gray. But man, I love it. It turned out great. I think I'm gonna paint the rest of the car this color. Huge shout out to my buddy Willie. Came over, sprayed the bay for me, gave me some tips and some pointers. I'm super grateful that Willie was able to come out on Memorial Day weekend and spray this engine bay for me. So huge props to him. Now that the engine bay's done, it's really time to get started on this thing. This is when the exciting stuff starts to happen. You know, we get the engine in, we start getting the car back together, it starts looking like an actual car again. So yeah, I'm really motivated. I'm really excited. The next videos are gonna be sick. So as of filming this video, I'm sitting at around 31 subscribers, which doesn't sound like a whole lot, but I'm super grateful that people are watching my videos. You know, if even one person learns anything from my videos or even just enjoys watching it, it makes it all worth it for me. So if you guys like what you're seeing here, leave a comment, let me know. If you want to see anything different, also just let me know. I'm really not sure how I'm going to be filming these videos going forward. I don't know if you guys want more details, less details, more content in each video, or just more regular uploads. So if you have any thoughts, just let me know in the comments. Put a like on that video, and do me a huge favor, guys, and if you like what you see here, just share the video. You know, going forward, the next few videos are going to be really sick. We're going to be pulling the motor out of the red car, getting the motor in here, getting the front end together, and this build's coming along really quickly, so I'm excited, guys. Again, if you're already subscribed, if you're watching the video to the end, I'm super grateful for you, and yeah, thanks for being here, and I hope I can provide even better content for you in the future. Yeah, if you guys can do me a huge favor and just show the channel to some of your friends that might be interested in a build like this. Things are gonna get really cool in the near future, so yeah, I'm super excited for the build, and yeah, if you can, just leave a like on the video, leave a comment, any questions, any comments, any criticisms, just let me know. I love interacting with you guys, so if you have any questions, no matter how small, just leave it in the comment section. I read all of them, so I really appreciate you guys stopping by and checking out the video. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. I'll see you guys in the next one.